What's up, Alphas? It's your boy, Alphas. I made looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And of course, we are back with another GGC Mafia Presents tier list. This time we are doing superheroes. We rating Batman lower than all y'all ever want to lower. And we rating Superman higher than y'all ever want to rate them. And we got a bunch of no-name people that you might not know, but you better learn to love because,
They
I don't
deserve
know.
some shine too.
Yeah. And of course, I got my co-host with me, the one, the only Hollywood Sensei. How you doing today, Hollywood?
Yes, sir. It's your boy Hollywood Sensei of the Blurred Cartel. CEO status me in the building. Shout out to listen, shout out to blurred.com, man. We connected with them. We about to get some shit popping. I got the blurred.com merch. You see me with the head, man. I got the subscribe to the Blurred Cartel. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, all that. Hollywood _ Sensei 215 on all social media platforms. Let's get it.
GGC Mafia co-host, and also we are joined with the one, the only, making his second appearance on GGC Mafia Presents. Of course, if y'all don't know what GGC Mafia Presents, it is the collaboration between Overall 99 and the Blurred Cartel, as well as BMT. So quick love to that channel.
Yeah,
I know he's down, but he'll be back, I think, tomorrow. So shout out to him.
Listen, BMT, we gotta bring Culture Watch back one of these days.
So go follow him. That's a collaboration of all the friend groups, GGC Mafia. If y'all know what that means, Grand Game go crazy. If you don't know what that means, that's just you just out of luck.
Right.
And we are joined by the one, the only Afro Come 765, aka Tor, aka the Duke of Debauchery. How you doing?
You already know. Your local neighborhood scumbag here to give folks their daily dose of dirtbag, same gimmick, different day. Here to destroy some of your guys' favorite superheroes and maybe hype up some of your not so favorites. Let's see how this goes.
And I've completely wasted 2 minutes on the intros. So I know what y'all here for, so let's get started. Share the screen. People like that. We took 2 minutes to get into the show, but we are here now. We are in the show. And first up, we got the one, the only legendary superhero himself, the one that God said he loves and never told no one else, Spiderman.
S tier, nigga.
Yeah, you can't really argue with that. We started out big. Spider-Man's got to be S tier.
God told him he was special.
Right.
That is true.
The one above all told that man himself, like, bro.
When Toa pulls up, you just gotta listen. When that nigga tells you something, you just gotta go with it.
Right.
He's like, why come everything bad happens to me? You're like, and I survive. He's like, because you my favorite.
Yeah. And then, but you got to remember, then when he gets angry, his favorite's the Hulk, though, because he becomes the one below all. So
right.
he has to switch it up. That nigga of course, God has a personality disorder. Marvel got it right.
I know. We ain't talking about the Hulk, but the one below all Hulk is
different.
That whole comic run is crazy.
It was so good, and you got to think it came in off of the tales of Immortal Hulk, so it just flowed so perfectly. You couldn't even argue with it.
Right,
Gerald, God got a problem with you. I'm just saying.
Right, you going against God's word?
That's crazy.
That's real blasphemous.
I'm just saying, Gerald, God came down through the comic book and never spoke to nobody else but Spider-Man.
Hey,
right.
never forget. Stan Lee always made sure his cameos came hot in Spider-Man movies.
You also know what's crazy? Spider-Man literally survived things that he could never, should never survive.
If he the Jay-Z of superheroes, then he mean he the GOAT.
Oh, I forgot. You know what Gerald says? That means he ain't even in Gerald's top 50.
If Spider-Man is the Jay-Z of superheroes, that means he's the unquestioned GOAT. That's just what that means.
I don't know. Spider-Man done took it. I mean, off his sheer volume of the amount of niggas that have got a spider on their chest because of him. He's definitely the father of a lot of these superhero ass niggas. So, but man,
I mean,
saying he's.
This is what we not going to do today. No hold slander.
I was gonna say Gerald is in the comments to make sure that there's Hove slander in full effect.
I'm not doing.
I'm not gonna lie. If you find 50 superhero better than Spider-Man, that's a wild take.
Hey, no, but that's personal preference. That's all. That's personal preference. If I wanted to, I guarantee I could go out of my way to put 50 superheroes above Spider-Man. That don't mean it'd be right.
If you go
but I
out
can
your way,
definitely do it.
If
I can definitely do it.
Where's my boy Amazing Spider
What
Cam?
happened? I'm gonna put Animal Man over. I'm putting Animal Man over Spider-Man. Look out now. Animal Man far more like what's the word I'm looking for? Far more versatile than Spider-Man was. Spider-Man. Damn, 50 Starbucks employees. That's crazy. Gerald came in here promoting violence out of the gate.
The disrespect is just unfathomable right now.
I'm honestly not surprised though. If there was anybody to be like, "Hey, fuck Spider-Man," it's Gerald. Gerald's definitely nigga to be like, "Hey, fuck you, Spider-Man. You ain't doing shit for me. You ain't pay my bills or paint my white picket fence, nigga. You better get the fuck on."
Look at Torrin and says so many. Torrin, this is my.
My bad.
It was just like, hey, they said you can do it now. So they said you can cuss a little more. Torrin said, I'm gonna just blurt out 5 of them in a sentence. See how far I can get.
And that's light work. If I had a superpower, it would definitely be cursing.
Next up, we have Hawkeye.
Hawkeye is a D tier superhero in my opinion, all day.
So
this nigga is a fed. I'm not finna give no D tier all day.
Which Hawkeye is this? Clint Barton Hawkeye?
Clint Barton.
That's Clint Barton.
I like Clint better than Ronan, to be honest, but Hawkeye is my guy.
Ronan would have to be on the anti-hero list, though.
I give Hawkeye C. You know.
Okay, so where are you putting him, Zelmay? I gave him D. Sensei gives him C.
This going off the comics. I hate him in the comic book, so he got to go D. If you added the MCU version, I kind of like him more personable.
But damn, Hawkeye, I tried.
Next up, we got the Human Torch without the Fantastic Four help.
Okay,
where does he go?
So wait, we have to clarify because there's going to be some nerds. We're talking about Johnny Blades, not Greg, whatever his name is.
Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm. Yes.
Johnny Storm. That's a Johnny.
I'm giving Johnny a D tier because he got.
I agree.
He got rolled on by some normies outside of a bar.
I was gonna say that nigga has been caught by a fucking fire extinguisher before, and he ain't even a cyborg like the original Human Torch, so he ain't even got metal hands to duke niggas out with after he goes out.
Like he got greased in the alleyway by normal niggas.
I was gonna say if you catch Johnny Blaze right after he was done, you catch him outside the club, you could definitely take that nigga out.
I gotta ask y'all, like, what's worse, him getting beat up outside the club, or Thanos getting arrested by the police, or Darkseid getting mugged?
Don't never forget the police impounded the Thanos copter, nigga. How do you get your helicopter impounded?
The U.S. police force, the number one.
I was gonna say them niggas was not playing. They was like, "Oh, look at this purple fellow. He's definitely not white. We got to throw the boot on that copter immediately."
And Darkseid got mixed breed.
Yeah, Darkseid, man, when he ain't got the Omega Beam or just crushing people with his mind and whatnot, I mean, you just a stony faced dude after that.
Silver Surfer up next.
Silver Surfer is B tier in my opinion. He's got the power cosmic. It's nothing to be joked with.
I like him at B.
I'll give him a B because, like, I love Surfer, but low key he is a jobber. Low key.
Oh yeah, if you can smack Galactus, you're washing him. And there's a few people that can smack Galactus. We've seen it happen multiple occasions.
Oh yeah, B tier is fine.
Yeah, but I mean, he's a platinum dude. I mean, I know he's a Silver Surfer, but I mean, come on. See, Gerald knows. But yeah, I definitely give him a B tier.
Iron Fist.
I love Iron Fist, but I'd still put him at B tier too.
Danny Rand.
As much as I love Danny and all of his training, his head don't be in the game sometimes.
Right.
And you could trick him out of his position and wash him.
I give Danny a C tier.
Ooh.
Yeah, I give him C tier. That's just me.
Hey, I honestly.
Not Zelman going with the D.
I was gonna say B. C. I was gonna say I went B. He went C. If Zelman goes D, wouldn't C be the average?
Yeah, C. Because I give him I'm sorry, the dude getting replaced by some Asian dude. Like, hey, dog, it's time to shoot you on out of here, dog. You're not
But
working.
I mean, that's always been the thing with Iron Fist. No one gets to be Iron Fist forever. You got to pass it on eventually.
Right.
Preferably to somebody Asian, I guess. Let's keep it ethnically speaking.
Next up, we got Jay Garrett. I forgot to put Shang-Chi on here. My bad.
Oh,
What would y'all put Shang-Chi anyway before we go? I just want to represent Asian community.
He goes C tier for me.
Yeah,
he ain't got feet all like that.
He did teach Spider-Man Spider-Fu. So
right.
Yeah,
but teaching the ways of the spider. So, but yeah, Shang-Chi would be C.
yeah, I give him C too. So that's out. I know it ain't gonna be on the list, but I want to represent the Asian community because they ain't really got me superheroes.
Because we didn't put no other superhero Asian. When we do the anime tier list, I know that sounds racist, but when we do an anime superhero tier list, it'll be far more ethnically geared towards the Asian community.
Jay Garrett. What we putting Jay Garrett?
Golden Age Flash.
Right, the original Flash.
The original Flash. I give him an A. I'm not gonna lie. He did some impressive shit, yo. But I'm lying. I don't like the Flash, but I didn't want to come off sound like a hater. In my opinion, Flash is C tier.
Depending on which one.
Any Flash we come across. I don't like Wally West. I don't like Barry Allen. I don't like
You
Jay
don't like
Garrett.
Talk about that later on.
I don't even like Wally.
But what we giving Jay Hollywood? What'd you say?
Jay Garrett, all right. He isn't Barry, nor is he Wally. So
I'm saying,
I mean,
but he started all this.
I'm not going to disrespect him, so I'm gonna give him a C.
C.
You know what I mean?
Yep. He's passing.
He is the originator.
What you give him?
A?
What you give him?
No, C tier.
I'm talking about Tor.
I gave him a C.
Oh,
I started off at A and then I gave him a C.
Oh,
Because I was lying. I was lying to myself. I
thought you gave him A. I'm like, I gave him a C too, but if it's ACC,
no. And then I thought about all the Flashes as I said that, and I was like, I don't give a fuck about any of these guys.
And he the worst one, so this bro. Kitty Pryde.
Kitty Pryde when she was leading X-Force, or Kitty Pryde when she was dealing with the Marauders. Her powers got a lot more extensive later on down the line. We came a long way from just walking through walls. She started moving people's consciousnesses out of their bodies and stuff, and all that kinds of crazy stuff. But I give her a D, me personally, because she got a dragon that's a baby. Right. Her baby turned into a dragon.
Her power set, like the way because she like low key broken, but like her powers would be, A or S tier, but her as a hero, no. You know what I mean? Because when you think of the X-Men, Kitty Pryde,
she has ran from a few fights. Let's just keep it a stack. She has bounced out on the X-Men on multiple occasions.
Like, if you gave Magneto her power, he would be erupting the world right now. He would be crashing shit. He'd be pulling different dimensions over from different places and making people implode and shit. It'd be wild. He'll be up there taking people's brains out the head by going through them and just come here and then take it out and zoom through them. Like, what? I didn't know you could do that. Yeah. Kitty Pryde can, but
I'll give her a D because you're going to think of at least about 5 to 10 X-Men before you even get the Kitty Pryde's name. You know what I mean? That's just
oh yeah,
might be more.
And I get into some ones people wouldn't even think about. I put Marrow over Kitty Pryde, and she's just Kimi Maro from Naruto as a ginger.
Next up, we got the one that started it all. The one based off Icarus, Superman.
Listen, Superman.
What era of Superman? We've had this conversation about how broken Superman, how we've retconned Superman. He can't shoot mini Superman out of his fingertips no more.
Right.
So,
listen, he has his tear already on his chest.
I was about to say, I hate to say it because I don't care for the character, but he's had some decent stories. I just don't care for Clark Kent as a person.
Yo, they literally made 45 characters based off him. Sentry, Wonder Man.
Like, as much as people will hate Superman because, they say, oh, he don't got any weaknesses. It's hard to write him, blah, blah, blah. but
It's hard to rate.
he is the embodiment of a hero. Like, I mean, he is the personification of a hero. So he gotta be.
He's the original superhero, yo.
Next up, we have Rogue.
I go S tier too. Even though Gerald, my sentiments exactly. I hate him, but he's definitely S tier.
Rogue. I love Rogue as a character, but as far as heroic feats,
Rogue's D tier, but she's sexy as hell.
right? You know what I mean,
What's the point in stealing people's powers if it gives you split personality disorder,
right.
like crippling split personality?
Listen, Rogue can call me sugar any day, but that don't mean I'm giving her S tier.
What you giving her, Holly?
Just like
I mean,
she would be
I
right
hate
there.
it because I love Rogue as a character. Rogue's like low-key my favorite kind of white woman as a character.
Right, but she would be
Any
D tier
day.
for me.
I can't overcome. I give it a C, but 2 D's make it a C. I mean, make it a D. Next up, we got the Thing.
Shout out to Ben Grimm, but he right there with Johnny.
Yep, I agree. Sums are not as great as the whole. The Fantastic Four, they're the prime example. I feel like you put the Fantastic Four as a group on here, that's an S tier superhero group. They've done some big things. You split them up, that is not 4 separate S tier guys.
Right.
Next up, we got Cyclops.
Listen, Scott Summers.
Yeah.
Real nigga. You know what I mean? It's no Scott slander from me, so I give him an A tier. You know what I mean? You gotta give Scott his props. Like,
I give him B tier. So
I'll be with him on that.
Somewhere my boy Cam is watching us shaking his head.
He'll probably join.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Having a portal to the kinetic punch dimension behind your eyes is like super cool sounding, but the racism gets super heavy. He be backstabbing niggas. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
B for backstab.
Yeah, there we go.
Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers.
D.
Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers.
But Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers.
Captain Marvel, not Miss Marvel.
I'll give Carol. You know, she get on my nerves sometimes, but you know what I mean. I can't give her no less. I could see Carol at B, to be honest.
She do have some feats.
Like, you know, she's done some pretty heroic things, but she's also done some douchebag shit too. So
yeah. There's the whole Star Brand situation. I remember how that played out. That wasn't her best moment.
Right. Let's give her C tier.
I'm thinking C too.
Well, 2 C's and a D. She gets a C.
My favorite worthless superhero unless he's in water, Aquaman.
Arthur Curry. I could give Aquaman a B tier for real.
I would go C because I like Aqualad better. It's the same powers, only he's black.
Let's give him a B. I like him. Batgirl.
Oh, Barbara Gordon's been through some stuff. She's been through some things. And I like her better as Oracle. I like her better as Oracle than I did as Batgirl. She's better out of the field as a character, I feel like.
She just give her a D, dog. She just get kidnapped by the Joker.
I was gonna say I was thinking C or D, so wherever D.
She just like somebody for Batman to save all the time.
Until she became Oracle, then she was the person you called when you needed the down low, and that fit her perfectly. Unfortunately, she had to be paralyzed from the waist down for Batman to realize that not everybody should be out here trying to throw hands with the Joker.
Yeah, D tier is fine.
You can't just be getting kidnapped and then expect me to put you a high tier. You probably the lowest of the D tier. Outside.
Yo, look at all. Have we put every female superhero so far in D tier?
No, Captain Marvel. See,
Oh, she made it up to C. Okay.
Barry Allen up next.
I hate all flashes, so I'm gonna give him a D.
Listen, Barry out here fucking up timelines. That's my guy, but
He messed up too much.
he got some heroic shit done. I would give Barry an A. Barry
I'm going with A2. Toy, what you give him?
A D.
Oh, that make it a B.
Yeah.
Shout out to Biggie Boston. I'm my Skyrim plug. Batman is S tier all the way. Superman is the most boring character ever. That's how we all really feel, but you can't deny his contribution to.
Yeah, Superman did a lot. He paved the lane for most of these people we're talking about right now. If we're gonna be honest,
right.
And thank Biggie for the segue. By the way,
he proved that it was
Batman.
You could make money off of it. Batman.
Listen, Batman
Shouldn't even be. He's low key not. Batman could get a D. Could get D tier.
Batman is low key a villain. You know what I mean? But
Gotham would be a better place without Batman.
Right. But
Bruce Wayne could save Gotham.
Yeah. But he's got an addiction to going out and beating the less the less what's the word I'm looking for? People the poor. There we go. I just go. He likes going out there and beating up poor people. I mean, we talk
Batman A tier though. You know what I mean?
We're all being nice. He's still getting a D from me, even though Robert Pattinson did good.
I think it was my S, but since even out, I guess it's what would it A? S and A over D. What would that grade be?
SAD would be sad.
He's sad tier.
Let's be honest, Batman is the most compelling character probably almost on this list.
But he's only compelling because we know his capacity for doing the wrong thing. Right. We know that Bruce Wayne can get completely looped into thinking about the wrong thing and forget all about heroics and go on some random kick that he calls justice that's really just some self-serving white privilege type stuff.
That is true. And the fact that, he just been letting the Joker run amok. Like,
Are we going to talk about how he takes children and puts them out to fight supervillains after teaching them karate and giving them weapons? The Joker beat Jason Todd to death with a crowbar in some random house that he then blew up. Kid was like 14.
Yeah, but Batman at A is fine. I'm good.
Big, I don't know if he'll be some dude running around beating up people. I don't know if he can be an actual superhero.
I can't move on without saying this. Him and the Joker, they're in cahoots, bro.
It's a racket.
Hey, technically, Joker's did say I can't live without you, Batman, in that comic book. He like I can't. Cause one time he had a chance to end him, and he like I can't end him because.
Well, think that we've had 3 Jokers. Remember, we had Joker War and the 3 Jokers. I mean, we saw he's really got a hard on for Batman. He's like, we gonna make sure we get you.
Matter of fact, they even said the Joker didn't exist. Well, he was around, but he didn't do nothing until Batman showed up.
Yeah, I was about to say he was just chilling. He didn't have a reason.
They're like, I want to break this man moral justice. And then Batman like, I refuse to ever break the chain. Like, so I'm gonna keep doing crazy stuff until you do.
And you guys are gonna send me to the mental ward instead of putting me to death every time. Because let's be honest, Gotham got to get it together. If that happened in any other country, we're throwing out.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest though.
Any other city, state.
The first time the Joker messed with
down.
The first time the Joker messed with Superman, it was over him.
Listen,
yeah.
Frank Castle would have been.
Would have dusted the Joker immediately. He would have caught a shotgun slug to the face a long time ago.
The first time he messed with Superman, he decided to go crazy.
He was like, "I'm flying into outer space with you, cuz it ain't even. We ain't even go. I'm punching a hole through you, and I'm flying you into outer space. It's done."
Next up, we have Beast.
Listen. Right now, comics Beast is on some fuckery.
But that's dark. That's Dark Beast from the Ultimates universe. That's not original Hank McCoy.
Yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? But Dark Beast is he on some shit right now. I'm telling you.
But he went through the age of apocalypse. That's gonna change you.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
That's gonna change you. Apocalypse was not always the nice mutant saving person that.
Yeah, we gave Batman A tier because we went woke. Shout out to us.
Hey, I originally gave Batman. I gave Batman a D, but the law of averages worked against me.
I'll give Hank McCoy a C tier.
I do too. I think C.
We can go see with the Beast.
Black Panther was a.
Okay, can we not? Let me be honest. Can we not just give him an S tier out of R.I.P. Chadwick? Don't get me wrong.
This is comic book.
Black Panther.
Comic book.
I give Black Panther a B.
Black Panther. I mean, T'Challa. I'll give T'Challa an A tier. I mean, he the same tier as Batman for me.
Let's do an A. I can B.
I mean, he's just African Batman. To be honest.
I ain't gonna lie. My thought to give him a B to A.
Wakanda is basically just a bigger Gotham.
Man,
I'm gonna be honest. The reason I gave Black Panther A is because the last thing I was thinking, B in my heart now, like he's smashing Storm, so he gets an A. You got to move up.
Definitely. Just off of that, you got to move.
Yeah, he got to move up. You know what I'm saying? He got to.
Mm-hmm.
Then he had a son named after him, and he became a cool Black Panther. So, so that's dope. Captain Britain, somewhat unknown for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Brian Braddock. Captain Britain. I mean, he ain't no Steve Rogers, but I give Captain Britain this. He can be C tier, C or D.
Yeah, I use the word woke just for a joke, but then I realized that this people gonna take it wrong because it's not really the word
Captain Britain
woke.
could definitely go C tier.
I have to do this when I say woke now because like the word.
But after Captain Britain, doesn't he? I like him better as Captain Avalon. I feel like Captain Avalon works better than Captain Britain, in my opinion.
Captain Britain more known, so
yeah. But I was also a shell for the whole sword and Ten of Swords event. I was all about it. So
yeah. Next up we have Colossus.
D tier.
Yeah, he's a Ruski anyways. We're still American at the end of the day. Ain't no Russian getting higher than a D tier around here. Y'all getting bodied by the Ukrainians right now. How you gonna expect anything more than that? If Vladimir Putin rides out onto the battlefield with a bear, we will S tier Colossus.
Next up we have Daredevil.
Matt Murdock.
The best lawyer in Hell's Kitchen. I give him a B.
Yeah, Daredevil is definitely a B tier.
Next up, we have the leader, one of the leaders of the Avengers.
The original Nazi puncher.
I'm gonna keep it a B. Captain America is S tier, bro. Like
I agree. Steve Rogers isn't the greatest person, but Captain America is S tier. He ain't even got the craziest powers, but the fact that he's ready to throw hands with anybody at any point in time, I mean, he's got S tier determination.
Right.
For me, I was gonna put him A, but it's two S's, so it equals S. So
listen, when you need a galvanizing speech, when you need to get the troops ready, you know what I mean? You need somebody to
call Steve Rogers.
We about to get this shit cracking. Steve Rogers is the guy. Like
he really is.
If you want somebody planning your battle tech, if you want somebody that's planning your battle strategy in Marvel, you either want to go to Steve Rogers or Scott Summers. You know what I mean?
I go to Steve before Scott because Scott can turn this into something completely different. Okay, we go from mild urban combat to full on race war when like Scott Summers is involved. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that is true.
By the way,
we be switching it around.
By the way, for people that don't know how we do this, the audience, we had a member say Batman was S. I said S. How did he say AD would have brought it down even further? But like I said, two S's from the chat too. They bring it up to an A. That's how Batman works. Just anybody confused. And don't forget to like and subscribe. You see at the top right corner, of your screen, top left, if you're looking at the screen. For me, it's top right. But if top left, you can see that tip me button. So just go ahead and support your boy if you want to support. Or give this a minute. Give it a minute. Go get that merch. The link to change. So if you want to get that merch, you can go over there to the top corner.
Get that merch, that GGC Mafia merch, that overall 99 media.
Yeah. So we'll be switching it up throughout the show. If you look at it and say
in the words of Monte, buy the merch.
Buy that merch. Next up, we got Dick Grayson.
Where is the great Monray Hudson? I thought he'd be on today.
I did too, but I ain't heard from him all day. He was in the comments early in the group chat, but he stopped.
We on Dick Grayson.
So this is Nightwing we're talking about, basically.
Yes.
We talking about Richard. Get this Dick Grayson. You know what I mean?
The man who got cooked out by Starfire.
Definitely. I mean, just because his overall, he is an overall Riz god. I mean, that could just put him.
Bruh.
He did get Harley Quinn.
Starfire was out there knocking other niggas and then just telling him because Cameranians don't view sex the same way. And then she pulled the same shit on Jason Todd.
What? Tor, he did hit. He did get Harley Quinn. So.
But he got cut out by Starfire.
And Batgirl, they might have an open relationship. Might be like this.
I don't know, man.
He got Batgirl and he got Harley Quinn.
If we're putting him on this tier list based off of his Riz, I will go as high as B. Dick Grayson as Nightwing as a superhero feat wise is C or lower in my opinion.
Listen, Dick Grayson was even out there as Batman one time.
Well, so who hasn't been Batman at this point? They let Azrael be Batman for a minute. That nigga is like a holy zealot, like in the worst way. He's like pushing Christianity on people.
He
with a sword.
He one of them Spanish crusade ass niggas.
Yeah, most definitely.
But I'll give Nightwing a B tier, to be honest.
I gave him a B on the Riz scale, so I mean.
Is he with Aquaman? That's what I'm trying to think. Is he with Aquaman? Even if I did put C, he's still 2 Bs.
If you catch Aquaman away from a body of water, low key, you got a chance. I think Grayson could definitely get it done. He got a Batman utility belt, bro. There's probably something against every metahuman or magical being in the DC universe in there.
He got a quarterstaff that detaches.
He got a whole bro. He had kryptonite Eskrima sticks, nigga. Come on. Who else uses this? Nigga use sticks to fight. Nobody does that besides Daredevil and Gambit.
Next up, we got Doctor Strange.
I would give the good Doctor A tier.
Yeah, Stephen Strange should definitely get A tier.
Early Doctor Strange OP.
Yeah, classic Strange was just like.
Hey, but what takes it over the top, he wanted. But you got to think when this man Doctor Strange died, and then had himself from a different timeline come and solve his own murder. Come on now, that's different. Had his ex-wife summon him too. He was like, "Yo, I know we got divorced and everything. You might be Dormammu's niece, but I need you to bring me from a different timeline to figure out who killed me in this timeline."
That is true. Doctor Strange have some amazing feats. He took on some amazing people. Next up, we got Franklin Richards, the most powerful mutant. One of the 5 that they call the most powerful mutant.
I was about to say the most powerful mutant be changing like the days of the week.
Yeah, as a hero though, like I mean,
I don't feel like he's done that much.
Right.
Technically, he did reset the whole universe.
And he kept all the superheroes young. I know the whole spiel. I know the Franklin Richards spiel. But I'm talking about I like Valeria better. But Franklin's a beast. Don't get me wrong. Are we doing this based off of power or based off of merit?
Everything.
If we taking his abilities into account along with because heroism, his feats are just severely lacking. But
yeah, but I mean power. He's got S tier powers. If we're gonna keep it a stack, he's got S tier powers all day.
Like if we keep it at being powers, he probably the strongest person on this list.
I was about to say
powers though. I don't even know. I don't know if it's Probably.
I was about to say, I don't even know if it's close,
think,
honestly, because like
there's only one dude on this list that probably can
when you're making pocket dimensions at 7, I mean, come
Right.
on.
I mean,
but that'd be the least favorite thing on the list, though. If you're making a
That's just the one everyone goes to. You know what I mean?
turned
That's his
Galactus
most
into
known feat.
he made Galactus into a herald.
He was
That's
like,
how
you mine now. He's like, here, listen, go tell them that Franklin Richards is coming, please. Let him know.
I mean, I could give Frank, hero as a hero, I would give him a D. But if I'm taking his powers into account, I'll move him up to a C tier.
I can agree with that. C is definitely. But remember, folks, he's S tier if we're talking just powers. We're not discounting Franklin Richards' abilities by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah. Next up, we have Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
The first, he went bad. I mean,
if we forgive Parallax, how
I was about to say Parallax. I low key forgive Parallax because we technically don't get Yellow Lanterns without him. Like the extended Lantern universe, at least.
But Green Lantern is a A tier hero for me.
But we've got John Stewart on this list as well, though. Correct?
Yes.
So I feel fine putting Hal Jordan at B because I like John Stewart better.
Yeah, John Stewart is that guy. I ain't gonna hold you.
I put him at B too. Next up, we have Hawk Girl.
D.
And Hawkman. We can just do them together. Hawk Girl, Hawkman. Which one?
Well, then no. If you do them together,
no, I'm talking about just pick both of them.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say they go up together. I feel like when they're together, their average is higher, but they're D tier. Hawk Girl.
I mean, they both D tier heroes. You know what I mean?
Well, we could have.
Okay, yeah. I would say they're niggas with wings that don't age really.
Hawkman, I get it. He was that bull, but his girl got rizzed up by John Stewart.
Facts.
So he lose points.
He took his white woman from him.
Right.
John Stewart's that nigga.
Okay, next up we got Hank Pym.
The Ant-Man himself.
Shout out to the Pym particles. I'll give Hank a C.
I agree. Hank's a C tier hero. He had a whole domestic abuse storyline. You can't get higher than C tier in 2023. My bad, yo. The domestic abuse storyline is crazy. This nigga was Johnny Depp and god dang Wasp was Amber Heard.
Right.
She's on this list too. Interesting. Y'all know who's next? Mr. Fantastic's wife?
Oh, the Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
Now we taking abilities into account along with.
Yes. I was gonna say she got some of the best force fields in the game. Her defensive abilities are there. There aren't too many people on here that are cracking her force fields. If we're keeping it,
Sue is low key broken.
Yeah,
and like that.
And she can turn invisible. Like that's I mean, that's fire. Invisibility is always going to be fire, but that's the low end of the spectrum if we're talking about what she's capable of.
I'll give Sue a C.
Possibly
B, but
I group with a C as well. I think C.
The Incredible Hulk.
Okay, as long as she's higher than the Human Torch. Hulk is S tier, in my opinion. Even though I feel like if we talk the whole anti-hero talk, the Hulk's done some bad things. The Hulk's done some good things, but the Hulk's always going to have a special place in my heart. So I'm giving Hulk S tier.
Hulk, I'm going to give him S tier off of the simple fact that he got sent to a whole nother planet and he came back and said,
he still came back for his fade.
You niggas wronged me, and I'm going to tell the whole world that you wronged me while beating your ass at the same time.
I mean, he's the only nigga that's effectively called out the Illuminati in history.
Right.
He was like, y'all niggas did some mark-ass shit. Y'all scared of a nigga, so you goddamn had Professor X mind melt me so y'all could get me in a goddamn spaceship, send me off-world. I land on a planet, make a life for myself, and then your rocket blows up and kills everybody. What the hell?
And shout out to Black Panther for being the one to be like,
this isn't right. He was
I'm not gonna rock with y'all on this one.
He was like, bro, the Hulk didn't even do nothing. Like
he was like, these white folks is getting crazy. These white folks is getting crazy. Never forget, Black Panther was the only colored member of the Illuminati. It was because what? It was Doctor Strange, Professor X,
Namor,
Tony,
right?
Black Bolt.
Black Bolt, and Iron Man.
Yeah,
Was
like he was
Namor
the
not
only.
yet, or was Namor the replacement for?
Oh no, Namor was there. So there was a Hispanic
Namor.
gentleman there. So they made sure to get one. All they were missing was an Asian person in the Illuminati, and they'd have been set.
Should have
Right.
Shang-Chi, you know what I mean?
They could have added Shang-Chi and Mandarin.
Nah, Shang-Chi wouldn't have. You gotta have morally ambiguous characters to be in the Illuminati. All of the niggas in the Illuminati, you could see them doing some bad shit for the greater good.
That's why you
what I
add
mean?
you put Mandarin in the Illuminati. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
there we go.
Iron Man.
Now Iron Man, I would give Iron Man A tier simply because
I agree.
once he became, once he had the what was that when he had the Endo Sim John and he did the whole little app John, he was
Yeah,
he
not to
was
mention the way he showed out in the King in Black, yo. He was like, "Let me show y'all how I'm gonna turn the whole extremist system." He turned the symbiote into a suit. He also helped turn Avengers Mountain. He turned Celestial into the Avengers headquarters,
right.
which did sort of lead to Avengers versus X-Men versus Eternals, which is a bad thing. Good storyline. I loved Avengers versus X-Men versus Eternals. I almost liked it more than Avengers versus just X-Men. But I agree. A tier for alcoholism, because we all know Tony had his time.
We got to talk about one of the new. Well, she ain't really new, but one of the new members to a lot of people, Monica Rambeau, the original Miss Marvel.
Why does she look like Starbrand in this picture?
Spectrum herself, Miss
Yes,
Monica
Spectrum.
Rambeau.
It's the Spectrum version, by the way.
I mean, I want to give her an S tier because the woman that plays her on WandaVision, she just
She did a really good. She's fine.
You know what I mean? But with the Ultimates and all that, I'll give Spectrum. I would put her higher than Carol, so B tier for me.
Oh, I was putting tutorial.
I can agree with that. No, B tier's fine.
Her storyline, by the way, for people that don't know, her storylines in comic books are amazing. She actually become the leader of the Avengers.
She's a decent kid, yeah, but that's damn near a death sentence at this point for your life.
And then she was like the leader of Sword too. So she's been a leader of Sword. She's been a leader of the Avengers.
She's another Fed.
Next up, we have Jean Grey.
You should have. You should have made. No, go ahead.
Jean, I'll give Jean C tier. Like if we talk, if powers,
another Franklin Richards.
Right, if we talking powers, Jean is S tier for sure. But
what? Even without the Phoenix, I don't want people to think we're just Phoenix jocking here. She's an Omega level telepath without the Phoenix Force already. Like she can control.
And plus, she's the only person that can use the White Phoenix to full.
What was her original name in the X-Men? It was like Miss. She was Miss something. I cannot remember what it was, but she wasn't always just Jean Grey. That was a later occurrence, but I agree C tier for Jean.
She's boring when she's not the Dark Phoenix. Yeah. She's unnoticeable until
right now. Well, you got to think. Right now, she's in a poly relationship with Cyclops and Wolverine. Some dudes out there sharing Jean Grey on the reg.
Listen, Jean Grey must got some.
Bruh, they sleep in the same bed and everything on Krakoa. This is crazy.
That box must be powerful because.
Or listen, does she just make you think it is? What if she got the trash poom poom, but she using her telepathic powers to make you think it's the most fire box ever?
Well, then you won't never know.
True.
But she got Scott and Logan in the
and Wolverine.
But Wolverine will dip off every once in a while.
If there's an Asian lady with a sword, he finna split.
Right, or he'll hit some of that storm. He'll hit some of that storm box if it's.
Yeah, I would say because T'Challa don't be around all like that. He don't want to leave Wakanda. Storm over here she's on Araco over on Mars terraforming shit. You know what I mean? This nigga sitting in Wakanda.
Hey, Cyclops said, "Hey, he ain't like that now. I will sleep with her clone on top of her grave and make sure
Hey,
no,
I was gonna
I
say
am."
Madeline, and then ushered that bitch off to limbo so he wouldn't get in trouble. Madeline Pryor's the queen of limbo now because
Listen, Scott
Cyclops
Summers.
didn't want the beef with Jean
Scott
Grey over
Summers is a
that.
city boy. Scott Summers is a city
For
boy, low
real,
key.
he
You know what I mean?
moved her out of the dimension so he wouldn't get in trouble with his
bro,
wife.
if you sleep with your girl clone on top of her grave, you a bold man.
Very.
That sounds crazy.
Especially if she is an interdimensional goddamn mind power goddess. I mean,
Listen,
you taking risks.
That is the wildest I've ever heard. Hey,
Think,
we made a
Jean Grey
clone of you. I sleep on your grave.
No, listen, think about this. Jean Grey, with the simple thought in her mind, could give this nigga ED for the rest of his life. He'd never be able to get it up again. And that's
and Scott Summers is crazy. You know what I mean? He is a Riz god.
bruh.
Yeah.
When he moved Madeline Pryor to limbo, I was like, this nigga different. He's like, I need you to go to another dimension.
I think in the 80s when people said Scott Summers was too nice and he was boring, I think they took that personal. They said, okay,
hey, but I feel like they low key got us back because everybody loved the Iceman, and then they made that nigga gay.
What?
Listen, Bobby Drake said, "I'm trying to clap some of that pussy."
You know that is exact. Hey, but Jean Grey, she outed this nigga with her telepathy. Never forget. She outed this nigga with her telepathy. She was like, "I saw what you was just thinking, dog. I saw that. I know what it is. I know you ain't out here trying to. I know you ain't out here trying to get some claim. I know you going for them."
Shout out to Iceman. We didn't put him on the list. What would y'all put Iceman?
Dang, we're gonna have some problem with the Alphabet Mafia. So let's give Iceman. Where would y'all put Iceman in the tier list since we forgot him?
When he's controlled, he's an 8.
Hey, power wise, he's another one of them upper tier guys. I give him a B off of heroicness because
he did freeze the Earth core to save it.
Yeah,
I give him a B too. What would you give him?
Bobby Drake, I'll give him a C tier.
So overall, he'd be a B. Next up, we have the Martian Manhunter.
John Jones.
John Jones. I'll give Johnny a B tier.
I was about to say, I was thinking the same thing. Nigga's scared of fire, so you can't go too much higher.
The original Marvel OG, the first family leader, Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic. Leader of the Illuminati.
He got some accomplishments now.
He does. There ain't no arguing with that.
That man have a whole legion of his own people.
His brain is different. The Council of Reeds. Yeah, Council. I was gonna say the Council of Reeds is different, yo.
Listen, Mr. Fantizzle for shizzle for real. You know what I mean? Listen, he was instrumental in bringing down, God King Doom. You know
he was also instrumental in taking down Null too. Let's give this man his flowers.
Listen, just off of his brain alone,
him and his other versions.
Just off of his brain alone, Reed is S tier, but I'm gonna give him A tier because you fucked up because Susan out here, she been gallivanting with Neymar. You know what I mean? Flirting with
running around riding dolphins and shit.
You know what I mean? You ain't doing your job, brother.
Dr. Doom taking her out for dinner every once in a while.
Right. You know what I mean? You ain't handling things the right way.
I give Mr. Fantastic a B. So
I give him an A too. He's the leader of the first family.
So it's A overall.
Next up, we got Nightcrawler.
Man, Kurt Wagner.
I mean, let's keep it a bean. Kurt, he's a D tier nigga.
Later, they didn't pick him up.
I was gonna say his sword plays something nice. I give him a C.
I'll give him a C too. The latest comics to boost them up because I always agree with him, but then I'm like, okay, he figuring out what he can really do.
They did that weird stuff with the whole Banff dimension in the early 2000s. Just made it kind of weird. Now he got a bunch of little weird kids that smell like sulfur popping in and out of the comics. I mean,
next up, Professor X.
Get your kids together, Kurt. He could have damn near went on your anti-hero list, I feel like. But we gotta get okay. So are we talking current Professor X? Because this nigga can walk again. In case we forgot, which makes him a whole different type of.
Yeah, Professor X with the helmet on is he a different nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with the X joint, he got the portable cerebro. I give him a B.
Give him a B.
Yeah, I give Professor X a B tier. You know what I mean? Because he has engaged in some fuckery, so he definitely got to get B tier. But then again, he could be A. Because he brought the X-Men together. You know what I mean? Without Professor X, there is no
Professor X.
So we're going B tier Professor X. I'm going to move it up real quick. Just remember to like and subscribe.
Yeah. Any member of the Illuminati can be questionable as a hero.
Definitely.
I'm just trying to make sure I know who everybody.
Argue with that.
Shout out to the Illuminati. You know what I mean? According to J Electronica, there's some Dominicans in the Illuminati. You know what I mean? So, all my Dominican homies, I'm gonna need y'all to speak up because if y'all in the Illuminati, I need to know.
I was gonna say y'all gotta tap in.
Next up, we have Adam.
He's a D tier nigga. Let's just get him up out of here.
I agree. I hate to say it. I agree.
She-Hulk.
Ain't nobody checking for Adam. Now She-Hulk, she is a Riz guy low key herself. You know what I mean? Because she be, she got a little.
I was gonna say she's knocked down a few, but let's not forget that she also got knocked down by her cousin and had crazy inbred like Hulk kids in the Old Man Logan storyline.
I mean, but they had to. You know what I mean? It was out of necessity.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that Hulk just threw the old SA out there. Was like, I'm the bigger Hulk, and you gonna do what it do. So she didn't do too good a job of defending herself.
Listen, if that's the case,
I'm pretty sure that's how it happened. I'm pretty sure. Like she wasn't. I don't think she was a willing participant in the whole Old Man Logan.
Maestro Hulk was different.
Listen, She-Hulk, I'll give Jennifer a C tier. You know what I mean?
I give her a D.
She
just like her cousin did.
I give her a C.
She
do work in the courtroom, so yeah, I mean.
Oh yeah, if this was a lawyer tier list, she'd be way higher. She ain't no Matt Murdock, but she be doing good.
Next up, we got Beast Boy.
D tier. If he was with the Titans, he'd get higher. But that's just me.
Beast Boy by itself is a D tier nigga. Ain't nobody,
I don't even know who this is right here.
Even though he can turn into like mythical creatures, and because I know they upped his powers. I'm pretty sure he can turn into like mythical creatures and aliens and stuff now too. But he still broke Raven's heart, and that's a cold nigga. You can't break Trigon's daughter's heart. That's bad for the rest of the world, yo.
Right.
It's not bad for you.
Next up, Spider-Girl.
D tier.
Listen, another one with some rizziness, but
she wants to bang Spider-Man every time she's close to him.
That's it.
Oh, is that so? Okay? I beat bang.
It's like it's like they drawn to each other. You know what I mean? But
technically they do, but it's not that. It's not like instinctual. Silk is instinctual. That they have to. It's like automatic.
Okay, so he does still knock down Spider-Girl though, right? I'm not tripping.
Okay. Anybody that put the spider suit on Spider-Man.
I was about to say, damn near anyone that puts on a spider logo is gonna get it.
That's what I'm saying. But it's not like automatic by like they don't want to do it. Silk is they don't want to do it. It just if we in the same area, dog, it's on. Next up,
Starfire. Skyfox type stuff.
Starfire.
The Riz goddess. She out here getting her open relationship in. Especially if you were a ward of Bruce Wayne, she is knocking you down.
Facts. Riz got his status with she could be.
I don't know.
Put her where all the other baddies at. You know what I mean?
I think they're in D tier.
Well, now you got 3 in the back-to-back and see.
Oh, we spread them out a little bit.
Now we got some baddies spread out.
C tier. I feel okay putting Starfire in C tier.
I like Starfire. I like I for C tier. Next up, Storm.
Storm is A tier all day.
I'll give her A tier.
I like Storm A. Next up,
Aurora
Supergirl.
Monroe got it going on.
Supergirl.
Kara Zor-El. I give her a C.
Listen, Kara get on my nerves sometimes, but yeah, I'll give her a C tier.
Thor.
Thor, my favorite.
I'd put bad.
Besides Dr. Doom.
You are the first nigga ever to say Thor's their favorite Marvel character. That's different.
Listen, Thor is my guy. Like Thor, that's why I'm such a harsh critic of the Thor movies, because Thor is really my guy for real.
I just never. I wasn't even trying to be fun. I've just never heard anybody say Thor's one of their favorites.
I tell Thor every week that Thor. Only reason he's good because his villains are amazing.
Listen,
his villains are super good.
Some of the Thor runs is just amazing. You know what I mean? You know
because of the villain.
You know what I mean? Well, you know, Gore, Mangog, then the John with him and Hulk going at it. That shit is just amazing.
Because the Hulk.
But
nigga needs super sidekick every time.
Thor do be fucking up, so I give him a B tier. You know what I mean? Because he do be.
I give him B too. This nigga lost his whole. This nigga went and became unworthy. A woman with cancer had to fill his spot for him for a little while.
Right.
I was gonna give him a C or 2 B's.
Like Odin really stripped his powers and gave it to a regular nigga on Earth. Like, here, bro,
he was like, here, take this.
You know what I mean?
Technically, he cannot ever die either because the way they worked out.
Yeah.
He'll just go to another human, and then once they figure out the name Thor, they'll just turn into Thor. And as every other Asgardian, as we find out, well, technically, is that true now? Since he ended
I was gonna say, I don't know if that's true since we transitioned from the Odin Force to the Thor Force. I don't know if that's still true.
He killed the whole council, didn't he? So I don't know if they.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he went through it. Gore was putting boys down on his run, and they barely recovered from that.
I'm talking about when he became, and the council was like, "Why do we keep repeating history over and over again?" And he's like, "I'm gonna end y'all." So. Do they reborn again? Y'all let us know in the comments if Thor continues to reborn after.
Or can we one and done this nigga now?
Next up, Damon Wayans.
He should have been on an anti-hero list. Damon
Wayans, as in the older brother.
We argue about that. Like,
Damien, not Damon.
I'm about to say Damon Wayans, Major Payne is S tier. But
Major Payne, a hero to us all.
You know what I mean? Damian Wayne with his bratty ass, you know what I mean? You know, his own dad don't even trust him fully. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Damian is my nigga though, so I'll give him C tier. You know what I mean?
I agree. Damian can go C tier, even though he's one you should have saved for your anti-hero list. He's the first Robin to use a sword, and he be killing niggas. This nigga is the grandson of the demon. Let's be real.
Right.
Well, he was made to as a child. He's trying to do right now, Tor.
He's also technically an SA baby. Talia Bruce Wayne did not consent to that night spent with Talia al Ghul.
Tor, again, not his fault.
I'm just saying.
Bruce Wayne did not give his consent. He didn't. He was, you know.
And the kid had extended contact with the Lazarus Pit. So we know what that does to people's minds after a while.
Next up, Wally West.
As with every other Flash, I'm going to give him a D because I don't like the Flash.
I like
just so I can bring down
whatever tier Barry is in, Wally is in.
That's what I said to B. So BBC.
Hey, listen, that's not what it means. What you think on this show? It's a different meaning.
Yeah.
BBC.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Next up, the Wasp.
D tier.
Oh yeah, D. We don't even gotta deliberate on this.
I would say D tier all day.
Wasp had some horrible deaths.
She died, bro. If the Blob kills you, you should stop being a hero. Right. When the Blob kills you, your hero card gets revoked. In my opinion,
Wasp had some horrible deaths.
That would. Bruh, for some reason, she just be getting ate a whole lot. People just bite. She gets small, and then someone ends up eating her. What is she doing?
I'm like, why did
Her
you?
own husband ate her. The Blob bit her head off. I mean, come on.
Who was it that got like? Was it Kitty Pryde that got impregnated by them little weird animal thing?
Yes, by the what are they?
The
The,
little thing that made season, it was making versions of all the other super. Not the. I know not the.
not the Skrulls.
Yeah,
It's
the other
they're the
little.
enemies of the Skrulls, though. They're like the hive mind.
Yeah,
They got there's one with glasses that goes to Logan's mutant school. God, I can't remember what they're called though.
them the ugly thing. I can't remember their name either right now. I normally remember. Next up, we got Wolverine.
Um, should be an anti-hero, but I give Logan an A all day.
I mean, he's the best at what he does, so I'll give him A
Facts.
tier.
Hey. Wonder Woman.
Listen, Diana is S tier, bro.
You're tripping.
I'm giving Diana S tier because she's just she the original bad bitch. Like
She is Zeus's least favorite child.
definitely. I
uh,
mean, but
I
she's
give her-
still S for me.
I give her a C.
I give her an A, so let's put an A. I like Wonder Woman. Her stories are interesting. Her stories are really interesting. I like their little Amazon, especially since they're going back pre now. Amazon.
I don't know. She sort of I got kind of sick of her when they did the whole Justice League Dark run with her and Hecate and everything, and she was one of these chosen by the goddess of witches, and now she over here messing up magic for everybody else.
Shout out to Goldberg for being retired.
Yeah, oh, that free agency didn't last long.
Finally, shit.
It took long enough.
Nobody want to see them 5-minute matches anymore. Like, god damn.
I don't know. Him versus Brock Lesnar. That was a cool little like. Those are the only dudes that I'm okay seeing 5-minute matches with because we know what it looks
We
like.
don't do 5 minutes over here, Tori. 10 to 15 every time.
Not
4 times
a Goldberg thing. Undertaker tried to go 20 with Goldberg and almost died from getting hit with a botched freaking whatchamacallit.
Time to move.
Jackhammer.
Yeah, botched jackhammer almost ended the Undertaker's life.
Shout out to WCW Goldberg though, because his title run was crazy.
Yeah, but think he didn't have longer than a 5-minute match in there. He got in there, fucked up shop, and left.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of beat his head against the wall. He can't have a long match. Next up, we got Dr. Fate.
I give Dr. Fate B tier.
Are we? Is this Kent Nelson, Dr. Fate, or like which?
That was my guess. I figured we just go.
Kent Nelson.
All right, if it's Kent, I'll give him a B.
I agree. I don't have no problem with that. Blue Beetle.
Zetato was the latest Dr. Fate.
Blue Beetle C tier.
Yeah, I agree.
Blue Marvel.
Adam Bashir, he was fighting. He was fighting back in the day when you didn't even know. Like, I mean, racism was going on.
And he be chilling with the Watcher, so he knows what's going on.
Right. I'll give Blue Marvel a B tier.
I agree. Blue Marvel could definitely get the B tier.
Booster Gold.
Shout out Booster, the cheesiest superhero around.
Can we agree D?
Nah, give Booster Gold deserves C tier at least. Let's be honest. You got to put him with his partner. Him and Blue Beetle go together. He should be there with if it's Ted Cord Blue Beetle.
Bro, people be like, who? When they say Booster Gold, bro, when they announced that. And I'm like, and they knew who Blue Beetle was. He was a horrible partner if you don't even know who the partner is.
Man.
Like,
Booster Gold, put him wherever y'all want. But man.
Holla, what are you giving him, C or D?
I'll give Booster the C. He's a cap god, so I'll give him C.
I was going to say, that nigga is the master of fake it till you make it.
What's Zam Aisha, when you gonna be on the shows? Aisha just be ducking this.
Aisha, what's going on with you?
She show up the last hour of the show. We be an hour in every time she show up.
Right.
She just on CP time.
No. Don't feel bad. We're late. I'm late to almost every show. I'm hardly ever early.
CP time in the building.
Next up, Cyborg.
Give him what his name starts with, just because I don't want to
Yeah.
be the guy that gives him a D, but C
We
tier.
could throw Cyborg Morgan a C tier. That's fine.
Y'all know who it is? John Stewart.
John
Shout.
Stewart's A tier.
Listen, give Jonathan an A. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ace for that 9 to 5. I feel you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but think he took Hawkman's girl. He risked her away
Definitely.
and
Tori,
didn't even have to get a
I
ring
forgot
on
this
it.
dude's name. What's his name? I know what he do, but I be forgetting his name.
I can't even see who it is.
It's the other black dude that with the little red face
Oh,
that you told me to put on this list.
is that Red Tornado?
No.
No. I don't remember who I told you to put on the list. We've got an anonymous superhero here.
Oh no, let me go ahead. Tori told you to put him on the list. He don't even know. Let me just do the window.
I was just spitballing random DC superheroes because this list was mad Marvel centric. I said a lot of names.
What's his name? Y'all know he gonna get D. Mr. Terrific.
Oh, Mr. Terrific! I didn't see the afro. See, his head's cut off, so I couldn't see if he had an afro or not. Mr. Terrific could go in C tier. Honestly,
Y'all know I'm saying D because I don't even know.
He could go D because if you shut down his tech, he really ain't got nothing going for him.
He was funny in the animated episode when he was on.
Dang, Mr. Terrific, poor Mr. Terrific.
Where you got him? Hollywood.
I don't know ball, so I'm gonna give him a D because I don't.
He ain't that.
I might know ball, but I'm for now.
He don't have.
He was on that. He was on the one show too that they had the DC Legends show. He was the black dude on DC Legends. That wasn't the fire guy that merged. He was the other. He was the smart gay black guy that was on DC Legends.
Next up, we got Miss Marvel.
Kamala Khan.
Said Batman is not a superhero.
We are almost in agreement there. He is.
Yo, he rated.
He is a superhero in name alone.
Miss Marvel, who you got?
I give Kamala Khan a C tier. She's stretchy and not as smart as Mr. Fantastic.
Kamala Khan, yeah, she can get C.
Plastic Man.
Let's go. I give Plastic Man B tier because he is funny. Mr. Fantastic.
Listen, Plastic Man is low key a menace.
Bruh.
You know, this man literally disguised himself as
that is a
dress. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I was about to say, Plastic Man be making it work,
He
bruh.
said, "Listen, I'm trying to see what that body looking like."
He's like, I'm trying to see what that thing be thanging, so I'm gonna go ahead and make myself look like some clothes.
Off of his menace scale, I would give him an S tier, but as a hero, you could throw him in the C.
Guess that evens out. Next up, we got Shazam.
Keep in mind, this nigga is a 13-year-old boy.
Right.
By the way, we finna skip the next two on this list because they weren't supposed
Listen,
to be on
I just seen Shazam Fury the Gods yesterday, so
What you rate? No spoilers.
No spoilers. I'm gonna tell you this: the first movie was better, but the antagonist in this movie was better than the first one. So I'll give.
I always love Lucy Liu. I don't care what she.
I'll give it like a 6.
Yeah,
well, a good 6.5.
That's a lot more generous than a lot of the movie critics have been.
That movie didn't sell at all.
I was about to say no one went and saw it. Damn near
19 million, dog. I'm like, man, what?
First week,
Creed
19 million. First week, 30 million overall so far internationally, I do believe, which is horrible for a big budget superhero movie.
What we put Shazam?
I give him a C.
Hey, but I always gotta put Shazam lower than I want because I remember in Justice League.
Shazam, I give Shazam a B.
I had to give him a C. Bro, that man got Superman weakness and Superman just covered his mouth and said, "What? Who named you saying?" And then lasered his eyeball.
It is kind of it's a weird catch for a power. It just is.
We already did Daredevil. I accidentally put him in here twice for some reason because I don't know that they said him twice. Oh, did I do Daredevil? Yeah, we already did Daredevil.
Oh, so was that the end?
No, we got Miles Morales because he's supposed to be an anti-hero. I don't know why I got him here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that's the void.
You know what I'm
Miles
saying?
Morales.
Yeah. That's the
Okay.
boy. He's supposed to be my anti-hero list, so that's why I didn't put him on.
I'll give Miles an A.
I agree. I give Miles Morales an A. He's the best Spider-Man after Peter Parker. Even though I low-key hate Peter Parker as a person, he didn't learn anything.
I'm gonna tell you, they got
Deal.
questions. Why is Colossus in D tier?
Colossus is in D tier because he's a Ruski and we're American.
Yeah, why would Colossus be any higher than D tier?
I would say he can turn into an organic metal. Like, come on, bruh.
But what has he done as a hero to make him any higher than D? Like, you know what I mean?
In fact, the only time he was actually better is when frickin' he got the Juggernaut's powers, and frickin' we had the immovable Colossus or the unstoppable Colossus when Sidorak was like, "Yo, here." But yeah, and we stand in solidarity with Ukraine, so that's why we ain't putting no Ruski hero higher than D tier. I'm getting it. I got my Captain America vibe going.
Oh, and shout out to all the group. By the way, this group is probably the most well balanced from what you expect the S to D group to be. C got the most, what would you expect? Then S got the least. Then it's like see, it's a lot of mid stuff out here. Anything y'all see on the list, somebody that don't look like they belong with the others or anything? Comments too, y'all can let me know too. Who don't belong? Who can move up? Who can move down?
Well, I think Brandon was putting he wasn't feeling Colossus in D tier, but I mean, turn it into metal. It just isn't. His sister's way doper, bruh. Sword, magic is beating out Colossus in my opinion.
Tori, you see anything on this list that you might look?
No. I think we did it justice, yo. I think everyone's placed where they deserve to be.
Okay, we might have to do it like this. I'm just trying to see. Mister, there you go. Right here. There you go. Because I think this way more people can see the whole list because it was cutting off at the bottom.
You can see the actual list in its entirety.
I know. How the hell do you see anything? Now we turn on Rush. I think we.
When were we ever with Russia?
Are you
with the KGB?
I was just about to ask, and I was like, is that a Putin poster I see back there, Zomay? What is going on?
Man, what's going on here? You know what I mean? But I'm fine with the list. You know, I would move Wonder Woman up, but other than that, I'm Gucci.
That's amazing. This shout out there. You put Miles Morales, the Spider-Man's right under each other. Shout out to that. Superman is right next to Batman. Captain America is right next to Black Panther. And then
listen. Shout out to Rusev, but you know it's Miro now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
And no, let's not talk about it. That was such a bad change. And now he don't even want to wrestle. I mean, let's get it together.
Hey, Vince McMahon didn't let him
Although I think he's Bulgarian though. Let's not just group all these Eastern European people together. We're better than that.
That's for the list for anybody that's coming in. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think. Give it a little time to see what y'all think in the comment section. Anything y'all want to change before we go. And then we're going to get out of here. We're going to do our intro. And then I think y'all got locker room talk today. What y'all talking about today?
I believe we are doing a locker room talk. We should be talking about, you know, if a woman takes you out, you know, she paid for the date. Are you obligated to give up the, I mean? Like, you know.
I feel like that should be a simple question. I mean, a simple answer to that. I mean,
you have to give up the sausage if she takes you out, you know, and she paying.
Give us the hot take before we go, Brandon.
Listen, I feel like everybody got hot takes about Superman, but I want to hear it.
Yeah. Think about that question. Tor, how you feel about this in scumbag?
My bad, I paused because I was chewing on a chip.
All right.
What was the question?
If a girl take you out, does she get to yell at me?
Oh, no, of course not. Because if it was on the other foot, I'd be a total freaking monster if I was like, yo, I took you out to dinner, you better let me get the yeeks. Of course not. If I feel comfortable, then you're going to get what you get. If not, well, thanks for
We kind of went over that. So it's basically the same thing we said. Superman's really, because he dummy OP.
Yeah.
But technically,
he used to be able to shoot miniatures of himself out of his fingertips that were just as strong as he was.
the man did bench press the earth for 100 days straight. That was crazy.
He did.
And he dragged it out of the way of a comet and then moved it back.
I don't even know how you can bench press a planet, but he did it. I'm like, how do you grip it? You just
he flies to the bottom of the ocean, of course, and then he just gives him some ups.
just imagine your Earth while Superman is up here benching. And what's going on? So, Clark Kent just showing off again.
Yeah. Nigga left his glasses on accident, and now everybody knows who he is.
I still never got over how he just put glasses on and pretend like nobody.
Yeah, like that's the crazy. That'll forever be the craziest. But plain sight, yo.
Like I'm like, you can literally you the same height, same hairstyle, same build, sir.
Once you put on the glasses and the fedora, though, yo, it's a whole different
Super Bowl Prime.
Oh, not the leather jacket. This nigga wore a whole Superman suit and just threw a leather jacket on to be edgy.
Of course, this is made official. We knew this was going to happen. Usos versus Sammy and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania.
But is it the main event of night one like it should be? That's the real question.
They was talking Rhea versus Charlotte main event for night one. So.
Nah, fuck that. If they want to prove to me that Vince McMahon is gone, I need a tag team match to main event WrestleMania.
I'd be so split. Every decision, it's like one. I'm like, oh, Vince back. Then next decision, like, no, you're not.
Yeah, I know it is. It's very.
We know Omos versus Brock got Vince written all over it.
Every time it was something else just happened. I was like, oh, Vince not back, because I promise you, Vince will never do this. So I'm like, oh, he just got his hands in it somewhat, so it might not be the full. Like. Now, LA Knight losing every match before he win Money in the Bank is 100% Vince. Then I'm like, oh, he back.
Oh yeah, that's Vince all day.
Listen, all I'm waiting for is that Dominic versus Ray to be made official. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's got to be Ray's retirement match, though, I feel like.
If they don't do that, at least give us Bobby versus Bray Wyatt.
I know they're saying Matt Cardona coming the night after WrestleMania.
I believe it when I see it.
It's kind of been a little bit
That's
reported.
definitely a believe it when you see
it. He just won another indie belt, though.
Right. But he also said that he cool off WWE for the time being. Like, you know what I mean?
Everyone's cool off WWE till they pull up with that check.
Yeah, that is
hey,
true.
if you see Matt Cardona, Jay White, and FTR the night after Mania, it'll be crazy.
Bruh, if that is the Raw after Mania,
listen, the Raw
I'm
after
okay.
Mania is always crazy. So if that
has to be.
That's breaking it.
That is honestly all I'm expecting is Jay White. I do expect Jay White at the Raw after Mania because he'd be dumb to sign anywhere else.
Shout out to Brandon, he get it, bro. It's all the work, bro.
Yep,
definitely.
Shout out to my AEW fans.
What if it's the Raw after WrestleMania? Cody's out there. He just beat Roman Reigns. He goes to talk about how he finally made it to the top of the mountain. Cult of Personality plays.
They said ain't his contract something like that.
Yeah, but TK better. Oh God, TK. You gonna get it together one day.
Seth has been dissing CM Punk a lot. That's all I'm saying.
But Seth has been dissing CM Punk since before he left WWE. You got to think we're going on a decade of Seth Rollins hating on CM Punk.
But for a while it slowed down.
And this was after think about it. The Shield saved CM Punk on multiple occasions. They still hated that nigga.
That's wild and crazy. And I would love that dream match.
Yeah. Hey, if Vikingo is Kenny Omega's last opponent for AEW, he's not going to re-sign with Tony. He's going to Papa H.
I think Kenny signed in November, so it won't be something soon.
But okay, but that comes down to how petty do you think Triple H is because Triple H, we all know Triple H is a Harley race train guy, and Kenny Omega was one of the last people Harley race trained, and he had nothing nice to say about Kenny Omega at all. So it's sort of like, it's weird. I feel like Triple H is back. We know how hard he politicked. Think about it. He politicked his way to the top. But getting Kenny Omega in for a squash match against Roman Reigns would be crazy. They'd have an amazing match. I just don't know.
Yo, I need that Sammy and Kevin versus Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso to have one of them old school video packages before WrestleMania.
Bruh. Hey, no, they just did the smartest thing ever on WWE. They released the whole, on the YouTube, they released the whole saga of like everything from the Roman Reigns' comeback when he beat up Bray Wyatt all the way till now. Just all the segments. And it was like an hour and 47 minutes. Literally felt like a movie.
Oh, y'all, by the way,
Like,
I
it's
do
quick.
recommend y'all watch that. This is GGC Mafia after
I
show.
don't know if it's going to happen, but this is what I want. I need Roman to actually win at WrestleMania, right?
No, shut the fuck up. They will burn that shit down if Cody doesn't get it. He's got to win that belt. They took it from his daddy in the garden, nigga. What don't you understand?
Roman win at WrestleMania and then let the rivalry continue, and then you put up just the WWE Championship.
I think they're gonna have Cody be the guy, because I think they have Roman lose them, and then Cody's gonna be the guy that's like, I'm gonna challenge for the belt separately, and they'll get someone to take one off of him, because I don't see them serving up Roman Reigns with multiple losses, and I don't see him wanting to run this act till it wears out.
Right.
But
I just feel like split the belts up. You know what I mean?
They needed to do that a long time ago.
Let Cody be the WWE champion and let Roman still be the Universal. You know what I mean? It works that way.
If Roman could pull some funny juju up at WrestleMania, maybe there's something in the contract that says it's only for one belt.
I see a lot of people saying the one thing people really want is that Jey Uso to take the one that started to take the belt from.
You know what would have been fire though? To have Roman 2 matches. He defend WWE Championship night 1 and defend Universal night 2. That would have been, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then you got to have a main event 2 nights and everyone's butt hurt because Roman Reigns already made it perfectly clear he's main eventing or he's coming out first, and we're not putting a title belt up first in WWE. This isn't AEW,
right?
And the hard thing about that is simply because if he do lose the second night, he just have the excuse that he retired.
Yeah,
and I need Roman. I need Roman to lose.
It could work as an out.
I need Roman to lose and go crazy because he lost everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but I need him to lose it all though. That's why the Usos got to lose both of the belts on night
and
1.
The Usos got to turn on him at WrestleMania, so he go crazy. I need him to lose everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't come out to help him in the match with Cody, or they come out but they just watch and Roman loses. That sends them into the.
Y'all know if they lose night 1. Roman gonna diss them heavy.
Because I believe Roman is just as capable of being over with everybody without a belt, just like Seth Rollins is. Think Seth Rollins won Wrestler of the Year with a 76% loss rate.
Right.
And we still recognized he was the best wrestler of 2022.
I don't even get a chance to talk to you much about it. Match of the night at WrestleMania so far, what you think is gonna be?
Listen, I'm gonna keep it a bean. That Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins might. Listen, I am a Seth Rollins stan, you know what I mean? Because he literally that's my guy. But Logan Paul has impressed me since he's been in the WWE.
The kid is good. So, the kid is damn good.
He is. So that match right there, I got my eye on that one. But I think any tag team match with the Usos is always going to be 5-star. So,
but think the Usos versus Generico and Steen, bruh. This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be outrageous.
That fatal 4-way tag match gonna be crazy too. Let's not pretend.
I don't know, bro. I'm so tired of these. That's just 8 people in a ring having to tag. You got to tag an enemy to get in. That's just. So
I just love seeing Montez Ford on TV. I'm sorry,
but Montez Ford, bro. You could just put the Street Profits in a tag match against the Viking Raiders. That's going to be a banger. I mean, or put them against Legado del Fantasma, or put them against any number of tag teams. But I almost don't want to see any other tag team matches on WrestleMania because I feel like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos is like the magnum opus of tag team wrestling, short of FTR showing up and being like, "This is a triple threat match."
Hey, that contract is up April 1st. Just remember that.
April 1st,
which is
the first night of WrestleMania. Their contract is up on the first night of WrestleMania, folks.
Somebody get injured, all of a sudden we need a tag. FTR wins.
That would be wild.
Listen, if FTR come back, listen,
I think they're coming back. I think they are. Unless Tony's offered them the belt and they're going to go over the Young Bucks.
I think we'll know when is that match versus the Guns, FTR versus the Guns.
I think the weekend before WrestleMania.
So technically this Wednesday? Next Wednesday?
Yeah. Next Wednesday.
Right, so are we getting?
Or they'll hammer it out.
Are we getting any surprise appearances at Mania? You know what I mean? Like, because I'm ruling. I don't think The Rock's coming.
No, I don't.
They ain't gonna ruin the story by putting her.
And I think they're saving Jay White for the Raw after Mania because that's usually when we get come ups and debuts is the Raw after Mania. I don't know. Maybe some legend comes in and runs.
LA Knight gonna probably face Stone Cold and some talk.
I know that's a rumor, but that would be so amazing. LA Knight versus freaking Stone
Just imagine that chant. It's gonna get annoying. Yeah, what?
Yeah, what? Yeah. I would say you get the yeah and the what chants back and forth. It'll just be a moment. The Stone, as Joe told us at last year's WrestleMania, he's popping for Stone Cold every chance he gets. No, I hope that match is real because it just seems so lame for LA Knight not to be on WrestleMania.
Especially he's over now. He's so over.
Yeah.
Facts.
And he's so good. I mean, go back and watch TNA. Go look at Eli Drake's work all through the Indies up until when he finally made it on to NXT. Him and Cameron Grimes made the $1 Million Championship feel important somehow.
Right.
I mean, come on. That says it all.
But we all know the other match of the night. Sheamus, Gunther, and Drew McIntyre gonna put on
that match right there. I got my eye on that one for sure.
But it's good we're getting the wrestling talk in now because Friday's my birthday, so I don't know. And we might not do it. I don't know if we do a wrestling.
HBK said he ain't doing this no more. He said he too.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. I think Sheamus. You get Sheamus that so he can get his grand.
I think Sheamus got to beat Drew.
You know what I mean? But that's really what the only title Sheamus hasn't won yet is the Intercontinental.
Yeah, but man, Gunther's had a run.
But I think that's why they put Drew in us, so Gunther doesn't have to lose.
Oh, so good. Man, is Drew McIntyre a pin eater now?
That's what he gotta be.
Bruh.
Hey, look at it like this.
Vince might be back.
But wait.
Vince might be back.
Last pay-per-view, U.S. title, Intercontinental title wouldn't even defend it on the WrestleMania. Now they got two big matches.
But that's Triple H.
I'm like, you went from not having a match at WrestleMania for the two mid-card titles to having John Cena fighting for one and Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew fighting for the other.
But you got to admit that set up how we got to this triple threat match.
Very big. I called it, but by the way, Tori, no, I was in the group chat late.
You did call it. But
they come out. It's the same routine. They come out 1-on-1. They interfere. The manager say, "We're gonna have a triple threat." I'm like, I done seen that a billion times under Vince. I probably should.
Vince does it.
I'm like, y'all couldn't find no creative way to like.
There was something else happened with Vince.
I promise you, I was like, please just get counted out. Just both of y'all, just be something different. Just both of y'all get counted out.
Nope, Imperium had to get.
Or at least just like both of y'all like punch Imperium and then get counted out, just so it'd be a little different. Just make it a little different. Don't let them run in the ring and beat both of them up. Just make something different.
How do you guys? Do we think that Bray Wyatt is legitimately injured, or did we just not like the creative?
They said he hurt. And Sean Ross Sapp said WWE didn't tell him that. He said from Bray camp. So Bray don't have no reason to tell him that. WWE said they ain't even spoke on it. And plus,
Bray's got. We got to figure out something with Bray.
Well, his thing came back behind LA Knight again, so I know.
I saw that, but man, we don't need to punish LA Knight. It sucks because you can't have anyone but top stars against Bray Wyatt but it feels like everyone that has a program with Bray Wyatt comes out
And
of it
late
for the
night,
work.
didn't he came out more over, which is interesting.
He did come out more over. He's the only one though.
He's the only person I ever seen come out more over. Then I'm like, oh, we're gonna do it again.
Randy Orton, but Randy Orton was already Randy Orton.
Brandon, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what. To me, I empathize with the writers because I don't know how you book Bray. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
Like then you do, like if he gonna get Brock said I ain't doing that because what Brock gonna be scared of Bray mind games? Brock don't give a.
I would say Brock is F5ing Uncle Howdy immediately and then kicking Bray's teeth down his throat.
Like you can't do mind games on Bray, so it's like you have to find the perfect person for Bray to have mind games with.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad they didn't have Bobby Lashley do it because Bobby Lashley, I don't feel like he'd be afraid of Bray either. You know,
I think it can work because Bobby ain't as aggressive.
How? No, but Bobby's a monster though.
He is, but I feel like, but Bobby don't have that same aura Brock had.
True,
like even in this storyline, he like Bobby like, listen, I don't want to play your mind games, but
yeah, but that didn't even feel believable though. He's not good with promos. You guys got to admit that Bobby Lashley is not good on the mic. He's amazing in the ring. He is amazing in the ring.
On the mic, no. That's why him and MVP, you know, with the Hurt Business, him and MVP.
I think the Hurt Business coming back to do something. I think.
Yeah. That was one of Vince's biggest mistakes, though.
They should have never disbanded. Like, the Hurt Business and the Bloodline would have been just. They fucked that up.
That would have been a War Games match for the ages.
I know. Tori don't like the tag match, but you do get Ricochet on one team, Chad Gable on the other team, and Montez Ford. You just kind of get all the people you want.
It's just too many people, bro.
But
it's just too many people in the ring.
They straight turned
when it's
Braun
not
Strowman into a tag team competitor. Come on, man.
Hey, he actually not bad. I ain't gonna lie.
I think Ricochet was the perfect partner, though.
Yeah, I like the team.
Like they're the exact opposites.
You really ain't got nothing for them to do.
I miss the days when Braun.
It is weird.
I miss the days when Braun was just.
I like Braun with Bray Wyatt. I like when he was Bray Wyatt's attack dog.
Carmelo need to stay with Trick and do what he do. I
miss the days when
Carmelo. Bro, y'all are gonna stop talking about Carmelo.
Carmelo is him, though. I'm buying you a him shirt and send it to you. Tori, you gotta wear the him shirt.
You gotta wear the him shirt. I do not like Carmelo Hayes at all, bro.
We gonna give you a him shirt.
Melo Hayes is my guy. Even though I would have preferred it would have been Swerve, but you know they fumbled that back.
Hey, he ain't been the guy enough to take that belt off of Braun Breaker though. Shout out to him though.
North American to take it off on WrestleMania weekend.
It's one of. Yeah, but that's because we know that Braun's coming up Raw after Mania. He has to at this point. He's been the champ 2 times now.
I don't know why Tori don't like Son. I don't know why you don't like Shawn Michaels' son.
I just don't.
He is a Himothy. You know what I mean?
I'm finna find. How much this shirt? I didn't know how much this shirt cost. How much did him shirt cost? I'm gonna send it to Tori. It's a crop top too, Tori. You gonna wear the crop top?
Hell no. I don't know. It's getting hot outside, yo. I might hit him with the crop tees. You never know. When I throw my short shorts on.
He does have a.
Look, that nigga. Y'all talking? The nigga ain't even got the merch all like that. You couldn't even make it to the main page of the WWE's shop network.
What we getting to it? Melo don't miss.
Oh hell no! These are garbage. Look, this nigga got his face on some shit. Fucking Melo don't miss. This is lackluster. Freaking.
They gotta get the crop top.
If you want good merch, get some Overall 99 Media merch. Get some Blurred Cartel merch. Don't spend your money on freaking a shirt with Carmelo Hayes' face on it. Come on, folks.
Right there, GGC Mafia shirt. Right there, you get it right there. Just screenshot. Get that. Look at GGC Mafia. But I think it's good.
But Carmelo Hayes, I'm going to come into it with an open mind. We're going to see. I think him and Braun Breaker have wrestled before, but, I mean, it's for a title, so there's always going to be a big fight feel when there's a belt on the line, as long as we're not talking about AEW. Did you know that they, while we're talking about wrestling still, did you know that AEW has went through and took down the footage of Anna Jay and Britt Baker from the house show? They have made sure that people are not watching that footage.
They said Roxanne person, Hoodie Mello don't miss.
But how do you feel about that, Zelme? That Tony Khan had him take down the footage from the house show?
He should. That was terrible.
It was bad, bro. How's she the face of the women's division, and this bitch is still calling 1-2s in the fucking ring at house shows? What are we talking about?
I expect it to be like some people not to do as well because they're trying to get people to get the rust off to do them, but Britt Baker shouldn't be one of those.
This is the former women's world champion, though, bro.
Yeah, Britt Baker shouldn't be that one to do that.
And Anna Jay, she's been there long enough, bro. If you ain't got no fucking better by now, come on.
So do we?
But TK's paying these niggas to be their friends.
Do we think Valkyrie's coming in and taking the title off Jade? Or
I think
she need to win against a credible person. If Tyra Valkyrie be the first credible person. Well, besides of course Ember Moon.
Damn, I was gonna say she's 54-0. How are we gonna say she ain't fought nobody credible?
She basically the one that said it. She was like, "Hey, listen,
people that are better than her."
She like, I need to face one of the big dogs like Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker, that group.
Listen, I've been wanting to see Jade against Chris Statlander for the longest, but that just
she got hurt, didn't she?
Yeah,
bruh,
she got hurt.
She should have had a freaking she should be double champ by now. She should be both champs.
Yeah, if you was going to keep her undefeated for this long, she should have had both titles. Like, or at least
that's what Tony's saving it for. That'll be the only person that Tony doesn't change his title plans. Look at how he told us how the first 3 years of AEW worked out.
That's interesting.
And he waited for Kenny. He waited for Kenny to get back from injury. He's waiting for Chris Statlander to come back from injury, and she will be the person to beat Jade Cargill for the belt.
I'm trying to say Ruby Soho making a comeback.
I feel like guarantee that. Damn near.
Everybody else is.
I mean, Tony Storm been okay.
Then they turned the heel for no reason.
Bruh. I was going to say it's a wasted heel turn. This whole lame NWO angle they're trying to do.
They the outsiders. That's literally what the NWO name.
I was going to say that was literally god dang Kevin Nash and Scott Hall when they showed up at fucking WCW. They were the outsiders.
I ain't gonna hold you. Soraya, I love you. I love Tony, but y'all too old to be putting L on people's back.
Yeah, spray painting green L's on. So they're literally just like, hey, we're a girl version of the Clique. Look at us. Like, come on. No.
I'm just looking at it. Oh, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This got some. Roman Reigns and Cody gonna close tonight.
Of course, as they should.
Listen, I just want y'all to know, if you didn't know, Dusty Rhodes is Cody Rhodes' father, if you didn't know.
Lord, if you guys didn't know that, then he will never let you forget that. Never. His daddy was the American dream, baby.
I get it. I get why it's been like that the whole time, because Dusty did at the end brag on Seth and Roman so much.
He did, but you gotta think.
And nobody else. He has to face nobody else yet. So he.
But yeah, he's literally faced nothing but the wrestlers that his father trained.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna be honest, hot take, Dusty was a better booker than a wrestler, in my opinion.
Not gonna fight.
I could agree. I could agree with that. That's
niggas is using the Dusty finish to this day every week in wrestling somewhere. Someone is pulling a Dusty finish.
Can we talk about that? Damage Control 2.0. Damage Control, I feel like EO and Dakota would be great faces, but they with a heel group because Bailey's an amazing heel, so it don't fit.
Right.
Do you guys think Bailey's ever going to go back to being a babyface?
Listen, I love heel Bailey.
She Pam now.
I don't want Bailey as a babyface. Like, heel Bailey is just god tier. Like,
I don't know. She jumped around a lot more as a babyface. That has to be bouncing.
I'm like, ain't she too old to be that version of Bailey anymore? Anyway, like I'm just not
Well,
even that she's old.
you can be a baby face without bringing back out the wacky waving inflatable tube man again. You know what I mean?
But I don't know if anything else would. I feel like Pam is like she's a Karen that works.
Although I think her original theme song was a banger, though.
You can make
catchy.
the new damage control that I think would fit better would be Chelsea Green, because Chelsea Green can go a little bit, and Carmella.
That's fun.
I feel like they feel better as lackeys for Bailey than two elite level baby faces.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Am I wrong?
No, you're right. Dakota Kai and Io Shirai are a little bit too top tier to be lackeys, in my opinion.
Yeah, and Chelsea Green can just play any role.
Carmella as a lackey. I mean, Carmella got clout. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Carmella's got clout, but in the ring, I feel like Mella's one of the best females on the mic, low key though. She's really good on the mic.
Right.
But I'm just saying, Bailey could be a Karen. 3 Karens going crazy. Come on now.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green is killing this role, by the way.
But they got to do something about these female. They just got to find some way to buff the female tag division.
Because it feels like Io and Dakota are like lackeys, but they can't be lackeys because we love them too much, so it don't feel right.
They're the champ. How are they the lackeys when they're the only ones with gold?
Bianca did beat all 3 of them in a match, so you look like you beat the main boss and the 2 putties.
Yeah, but how are the putties the champs, and then the main boss is out here without a belt?
Tori, do you think that belt means anything?
Roman's the ultimate final boss. That nigga got all the good belts.
That nigga family got all the belts. Well, I do think but they do feel like they champions because they good, but at the same time they feel like lackeys because they under Bailey, even though Bailey doesn't have the belt and they do. Yeah. So it just feels off. I'm like,
agreed.
And I'm like, you could put Carmella and Chelsea Green. They can be 3 annoying Karens, and it can work. Because Chelsea Green can basically do anything right now. She is amazing. Shout out to her. I thought this was gonna be that whiny Karen thing. That what's her name used to do? What's her name? Jennifer. What's her name used to be? What she just scream all the time?
Ooh, no, I only think of Vicky Guerrero when I think of screaming. But we're running them into off the subject matter. Though we started as superheroes and we went into wrestling.
I'm gonna cut this up and put it out Friday, bro.
Oh, well, that works.
Tori said birthday week.
Yeah, I was gonna say Friday's my birthday, so I'm not gonna make any promises to be fit to podcast at that point in time.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna cut this part out. That's why I decided to do it. It's gonna be GGC Mafia after show, the Just a Fan Wrestling edition. By the way, Dave Meltzer, let's break it down. He's been in trouble because he basically said that no company pays for amenities, and Tony Khan like, I do.
He's like, I pay for it. I'll be out here tricking on my independent contractors.
So again, Dave, outside of reporting, Jay White is 50-50 going to AEW, WWE. We don't know right now.
That was the wildest shit ever. The 50-50, he could go either way. That's just crazy.
I'm like, bro, I could have reported this. Like, we have no clue. AEW is looking to sign Kenny long term, but WWE is looking for Kenny too. We don't know what's going to happen in November. I'm like, what is this?
He could go either way, folks. There's interest on both sides, and he's never.
AEW wants to sign him before November. No, duh.
Really? No, they want to try and re-sign their executive vice president. You don't say. I would never think that.
Bro, Dave, this all this week, by the way. Dave is on the road right now.
And think people pay for this kind of reporting, though. That's the crazy part. There are people out there paying for
post this on Twitter.
He does.
He can post this on Twitter to be right. Another thing before we get off, Vikingo. I seen this argument, Vikingo versus Kenny Omega. Why is it a dream match? Is it really a dream match?
And if you're a hardcore wrestling fan, I feel like low-key, it's a dream match. We've seen Vikingo tearing up Lucha Libre all over the place, running Mexico's circuit of the indies and just trashing boys. And now we've got Kenny Omega, arguably the best wrestler in the last decade. In ring, decent promos. It's basically Canada's best versus Mexico's best. But if you're not a hardcore wrestling fan, you're like, who the fuck is this Mexican guy with cornrows?
Now, I saw Raj Geary. You know, I would have had this up on the show, but I didn't know we was gonna do the show before the thing. But we'll do it. Basically, what's happening is Raj Geary said this is not a dream match. It has no build, nothing. AEW fans, of course, being annoying, going into every comment section like, "Oh, why this match ain't got no build up?" What happened to this match? Because they do that little annoying. By the way, AEW fans have become more annoying over the time than WWE fans. Because WWE fans used to be number one annoying.
But you got to think, Tony Khan's idea of build for this was that he showed like a little 3-minute package about Vikingo on Rampage, the show that no one watches.
But I understand because I'm pretty sure they can't put him on TV much except for during the match. So it's like limited what he can do.
I
So
was
I'm
about
not
to say,
gonna
AAA has some weird contract with Vikingo where you can't even you're not even allowed to televise matches in other freaking promotions if he's involved. So this is it's a dream match in more ways than one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I don't blame Tony Khan for this. I'm not gonna be hard on Tony Khan for this. It's just what happened. This is just part of
AAA just has weird contract stipulations, bro.
Yeah, so I'm not mad at Tony Khan for that. I know a lot of people are like, why you didn't build it up? It's hard to build up because he only can come on TV this one time because they allowed it. So
but he should have said that because then it would impart more of why it's a dream match. You know what I mean? Because Vikingo doesn't get to be on TV outside of AAA, which means outside of Mexico, like contractually speaking. So Tony Khan probably paid AAA a pretty penny to get this match to happen. Listen, and it's going to be amazing. I already know it.
The match got me enough. I'm watching Wednesday, and I really don't watch much on Wednesday. You know,
I hate watch AEW. I'm not even gonna lie, to a certain extent. But I hate watch for Tony's booking. I love the wrestlers. Don't get me wrong.
By the way, anybody that say AEW the pay-per-views gonna be lackluster is insane. Them wrestlers are amazing over there.
Oh yeah, and Tony Khan puts a certain thought into pay-per-view presentations that I feel like it's that bare bones, like it's not as glitzy and as highly produced as WWE, but like you feel it from the fans, like that they're actually super duper excited, which can get sort of drowned out in the bigger venues outside of WrestleMania with the WWE. But it'll be good though. There ain't
Every
no way.
pay-per-view is gonna be amazing. I don't know why people ever doubt their pay-per-views. If Tony Khan ain't making a mistake booking wise, the show's really amazing. So I expect
not everything's the brawl out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Brad Shepard is dissing another random news wrestling news. Brad Shepard dissing Denise Salcedo because she got another busted open job.
Bro, why? I love Denise Salcedo. I don't understand why people hate on her like that.
Brad Shepard is just he failed at all his things and got kicked off.
Yeah, he's just mad people.
So he just hating on random people that's successful. That's all it is.
Shout out to Denise though.
She keep getting more opportunities and everything.
I was going to say, bro, she's worked with she's worked with AEW, she's worked with WWE. Now she's on Busted Open Radio opposite Mark Henry, which is we know Sirius is paying them niggas at least somewhat decently. They're one of the last surviving terrestrial radio services people are paying for. Come on.
Hello, anything you want to talk about wrestling wise before we get off?
I'm just ready for Mania. That's it. You know what I mean?
We've been on the road for a while now.
What we got? 11 day, 12 day. 11?
Yep.
I know. Are both women's titles changing hands this Mania?
I think Bianca finally.
I think they should. I think Rhea needs to beat Charlotte. Low key, I'd have switched the opponents around though. Me personally,
same.
I'd have had Rhea beat Bianca, and I'd have had Asuka beat Charlotte. But I think both women's belts have to change hands, or it's gonna feel funny. Like Rhea Ripley deserves the title run. Like she is she's low key carrying fucking Judgment Day, and it's got Finn Balor in it. Finn Balor's the goddamn progenitor of the Bullet Club. Come on.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about Finn versus Edge. That match is
Hell in a Cell
with the Demon.
Allegedly, we don't know yet.
Yeah,
I'm not
gonna
make
an appearance.
I'm not gonna believe it till I see this.
Last time I saw the
Demon,
last time the Demon came, the cameraman said nope.
Yep, cut the rope on that nigga.
And he still ain't never beat him up. He still ain't never beat the cameraman up.
This Mania.
Tori, I'm holding it to it. That's been a year and a half, Tori. I held to it. I'm still mad he ain't beat the cameraman up.
Right.
This Mania, you might get it. He throws the cameraman off, random cameraman going off the top of the cell.
For me, I love Judgment Day, but like the whole Judgment Day, because we don't know if Dominic and Ray is official, but if it is, that would mean everybody got a match except for Damian Priest,
which is
crazy.
Yeah.
And he really probably been outside of real, probably I don't know. It's hard. Wrestling wise, he probably been the
Oh yeah, I was gonna say in the ring he's amazing, and on the mic he's good. He just hasn't had that. He's just, which is crazy to say. He's not the dominant personality in the Judgment Day, which is weird.
Right. It's probably the last, to be honest with you, personality.
Yeah. But I mean, Finn is a Hall of Famer in my opinion.
Dom is killing whatever he doing.
Dom is murdering it with this fucking Con Dom is different. Ex-Con Dom is different.
And Rhea the leader, basically.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So he kind of even though he put on like and him and Angelo Dawkins. By the way, if
but
you want to watch a random match on Raw,
it's even more messed up because he's the original member of Judgment Day when Edge started this all. Yeah. It was Damian Priest where it all started.
If y'all want to watch a random good match that you didn't think about, Damian Priest versus Angelo Dawkins was amazing.
Or just watch Damian Priest's NXT run. Damian Priest versus Keith Lee was a banger. Damian Priest versus Dominik Dijakovic, another banger. Freaking him versus Swerve Strickland, formerly Isaiah Swerve Scott, banger.
What is Swerve? What are they doing with Swerve?
I have no idea. The mogul affiliates are weird.
Is he hanging around skinheads?
I was going to say, he definitely looks like the black dude that shows up to the white power neo-Nazi meeting. Both of the other Trudge and Parker Boudreaux are wild-looking white dudes. They definitely give Volks Front vibes. If you don't know who Volks Front is, Google it. But yeah,
my man hanging out with skinheads.
Don't Google Volks Front. I take that back. We don't want anyone ending up on a white power watch list. What am I talking about?
It's just wild to me that he's in a group with skinheads.
But you got to think, it was Rick Ross that started all this. They should have got Rick Ross for a semi-regular basis before they started this. Because now I just want to hear him come in and drop F-bombs and tell Ref Aubrey she's got a nice ass.
Ali is getting fed to Omos.
But that's more Mustafa motivation, dog.
I think he's kind of funny. He could grow on me.
Did you see the tweet of him? He had a song written about his time with what was their horrible net? Retribution. It's hilarious.
Oh wait, shout out to Mansoor and Mace.
Mansoor and Marseille.
And Marseille.
Mansoor and Marseille, and now Otis.
Wait, that group is actually growing on me, even on TV. And I'm
even though they ain't had a fucking match yet. The Maximum Male models ain't even had a match yet.
Right.
But
Marseille don't need a match.
Veer Mahan got over on social media too, and then we did nothing with him. He was constantly arriving and never showed up.
And 10, remember 10, how over he was, and they just basically threw him away.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
He came at 10 at Royal Rumble, and the crowd went insane. Maybe that made me feel like, oh, y'all chant just over, not y'all. I'm like, LA Knight is over in general. I don't know what y'all doing.
Yeah, I would say LA Knight's actually over.
Listen, they should have just had LA Knight versus The Miz winner host WrestleMania.
Oh,
that would have been a fire idea. That would have been fire.
And get him away from Seth and Logan, because I feel like he takes away from him.
Although I feel like that could be a crazy triple threat match though. Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins versus LA Knight. Who's the king of LA?
Listen, Seth should have been in a championship match against the.
Is Seth gonna lose this match? Will Seth be the loser in this match though, or will he continue Logan? Because we know Seth don't have to win to be over, which is low-key why I think they put him in this match with Logan Paul, because it's someone who literally can't be hurt by losing. And
I think he wins. He gonna go on to a title thing soon.
I'd like that. I low key. Seth Rollins can wrestle at any point in time, damn near anybody.
I think they're just counting on
them
them putting on a classic, 20-minute classic, and going home, and like it don't matter who won.
Hey, if he puts on, what if Seth Rollins gets Logan Paul his first 5-star match already? Fifth match of the game. He got 4.75 off of Roman.
Hey, Roman, he got Roman Reigns' highest rated match ever.
Which is crazy. Dave Meltzer has completely and totally.
And he got highest rated match ever. Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, Logan Paul in the Miz.
Logan Paul has got every match. Dave said that every match Logan Paul been in has been a 4.5 for him or higher. And I said, that's crazy. That is wild. Logan Paul does not have nothing but 4.5s and higher. That is wild.
Which is a crazy if he decides to become a wrestler at full time at any point in time, he could low key end up being a Hall of Famer, yo. Like, because
Pat McAfee said that goal is to be a Hall of Famer. So.
That's low key my dream match, though. Pat McAfee versus Logan Paul. I feel like that'll be a slapper.
They're so busy though. That's the problem.
But plus, I always gonna have a place for Pat McAfee in my heart. He was trained by Rip Rogers in Indianapolis. So I'm an Indiana boy. It just is what it is.
What we looking at? Is the world gonna change Monday after WrestleMania at Hollywood, or is it gonna be more of the bloodline running shop and WWE as usual?
I think he already told us he thinks Roman's taking down Cody.
I can see it because I know a lot of people online want him to get to 1,000 days.
How close is he to 1,000 days? Though?
He at 932 right now.
Oh, that's still sad. That's still a month and that's still almost 2 months left. Right?
It'll be by SummerSlam. He'll get 1,000 by SummerSlam.
I need Cody to go over, bro. I need Cody because that is the ultimate fuck you to Tony Khan.
It would be.
Bruh.
Unless Kenny Omega come out that on Monday.
Oh.
Him and FTR and CM Punk all come back on Monday.
If they turn around and run a better outsiders angle than Tony Khan's running right now with people that aren't even outsiders, it's just the returnees.
CM Punk and the Revival come back together.
Yo. I mean, they are the sons of the Hitman. We never got to see the trios belts on them, but the name was there. Tony Khan even went to go trademark the Sons of the Hitman. So we know the idea was there.
Imagine that scene, though. Sammy, Kevin Owens, Cody celebrating they finally destroyed the bloodline. It's over. They took all the belts. And then FTR and CM Punk come out.
That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. Like
that's breaking the internet.
I'd be like, we need trios titles in WWE now. You better go get some 6-man belts. Get them made. We gotta have them.
And then Roman break up with the Usos, so it's Solo and the 3 brothers together.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you just put Solo finally becomes Solo Uso.
Yeah, and then of course you got Judgment Day, the 3. They can be together fine.
Yeah. When are they bringing up The Rock's daughter? Has she even been wrestling?
I don't think she's wrestled yet.
That's what I was wondering. I was like,
I think she's gonna debut at Stand the Living fight Thea Hale, but I ain't sure yet.
No.
They're doing the storyline. I don't know. Lately, the last 2 weeks NXT been fire because they just cut down the stupid stuff.
I was gonna say I've watched some highlights of it and it seemed almost tolerable. But if I'm not gonna watch Rampage, I'm not gonna watch NXT.
But we're about to get out here. Shout out to everybody here. Let my co-host go first. GGC Mafia presents. Hollywood, what can they find you?
Yeah, man, you know it's your boy Hollywood Sensei of the Blur Cartel. You can find me anywhere the Blur Cartel is. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. Make sure y'all hit up that YouTube page. And you can also follow me, Hollywood_Sensei 215 on all social media platforms. And the What It Sound Like podcast every Thursday at 7. Yeah, man.
And since this is like a double show, and this will be on also as not a live, but as a regular video. My co-host for Just a Fan Wrestling, which this is also GGC Mafia presents, because his birthday is Friday. Happy birthday! Because when y'all see this is Tori's birthday, go in the comments and say happy birthday to Tori.
You already know. AfroCommy765 on everything, all social media platforms. Of course, you can catch me on Overall 99 Media, being an Overall 99 scumbag. Casual conversations every Wednesday. Just a fan wrestling on Friday. Sometimes it depends on how much wrestling news there is, but you know the vibes. Tune in, give you your daily dose of dirtbag.
Y'all see it? Go in the comments right now. Say happy birthday, Tori. Give my man a happy birthday on today, since this is the overall show in which we gonna split them up. And you know you can find me right here. Go get that merch, as y'all see. I'm gonna give you a time. Also, tip here. You see the tip? Go tip right there. You just take that little QR code and just support your small business. You know what I'm saying? If you're
A
on
small
YouTube, you can
black-owned business.
yeah, and on YouTube you get the super chats or whatever. You know, all the items open to y'all. Hopefully we can get our board soon. Casual Conversations every Wednesday. We'll be back Wednesday. That's listed under podcast, so you can go to the podcast segment on YouTube. I think that's the only one I consider a podcast. So I guess we can put that on there as podcast. So you can go on and find it on there, or you can just come on the page and go look for Casual Conversations in our studio. So do that. And right now you might not know us, but soon you will. But until then, it's
Who are these niggas?